Hi guys, we are back for Thursday's math lesson this week, and today we're going to be on page 247 to 248. Hopefully last night's homework you went into Google Classroom and you did the homework on your own and then went into Google Classroom and put the correct answers in. If you didn't, press pause right now and go ahead and do that so that way you can get credit for that assignment. Okay, so open your books to page 247 and let's get started. I'm going to get mine ready for you. And we are talking about algebraic multiplication today. And don't be afraid of the title because it's just a title, okay? It is a lot easier than it sounds. Okay, here we go. So, facts. Number one, algebra is a continuation of arithmetic. It's a branch of mathematics that uses letters and other symbols to represent unknown numbers and applies arithmetical, I like that word, operations to them. Don't worry, you've already been using algebra and you don't even know it, okay? Because X is a letter that can represent a number, multiplication in algebra is often expressed by using a raised dot or parentheses. And remember, since the beginning of the year, we've been using those parentheses and raised dots just for this moment. And number three, a letter and a number appearing side by side indicate multiplication. If you look at this first one right here, it says P equals 4 times S or P equals 4S. Well, the reason why I have not been doing the 4 times S is because I was preparing you for using the formula that looks like the P equals 4S. Okay, also the second one, we have A equals pi times R squared or A equals pi R squared. When a number and a letter are right next to each other or two letters are right next to each other, it means that we multiply. So let's look at our class practice. Number one, it says rewrite the formulas using the X without using the X symbol. Well, C equals pi D. What formula is this from? Circumference equals pi times diameter. Good. And we're just going to write it. C equals pi D. We've been doing that all along. Letter B, A equals B times H. Well, area equals base times height. And this is the area of a parallelogram. Great. And C, P equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. P equals 2L plus 2W. We just take those X's out. We don't want to take the plus sign out because that's not going to help us at all. But we want to take the X's out. And letter D, A equals 1/2 times base times height. Area of a triangle. A equals 1/2. Oops, let's try that again. A equals 1/2 base times height. First section already done. You guys have already been doing this. So number two says simplify. Remember the fraction bar indicates division. What I want you to do is this. Pause right now. Go to Google Classroom. Find the PEMDAS video that I put into Google Classroom. I played it for you yesterday. Today I'm putting it into Google Classroom for you to play. And I want you guys to play that video. Yes, it's silly. Yes, it's kind of cheesy. But guess what? It is totally going to help you remember how to do PEMDAS in the order of operations. So hopefully you press pause and you're back. Let's look at 2A. It says simplify. So we have in PEMDAS, remember, we do parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication and division in the order they appear. So if division comes before multiplication, then of course we're going to do that first. And then addition and subtraction in the order they appear, left to right. So if subtraction comes before addition, then we're going to do that first. So let's look at A. We have 2 plus 2 times 3. What are we going to do first? If you said 2 times 3, excellent. Okay, so we're going to leave this 2, we're going to leave this 2 plus, what is 2 times 3? 6. And 2 plus 6 is 8. So 8 would be our answer. Now it says, remember, look at B. It says, remember the fraction bar indicates division. So would we do 15 divided by 3 first or multiply by 6? There's nothing to multiply by 6, right? So we have to do 15 divided by 3 first. If you notice, and I think some of you probably have, I have done 15. I highlight what I'm going to work on first. And I do that for two reasons. One, so that you can see which one we're doing first. And two, so that I can see which one I'm going to be doing first. okay? It helps me. Remember, I've always said color. Math and color definitely help. So if you have highlighters, use those highlighters to your benefit, okay? 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 6 is 30. If you feel up to it, pause and come back to do C, D, and E. Okay, let's go to C. We have, oops, why am I writing that? 7 times 2 squared. Now, let me get that PEMDAS in there. I have a times, but I have an exponent. Which one comes first? The exponent comes first. Good, so I'm going to do 7 times 2 squared is 4, because 2 times 2 is 4, and that would be 28. Letter D, I have 5 times 6 plus 3. Well, I have a 6 plus 3, and I know multiplication comes before 6 plus 3, or before addition, but I have it in parentheses. So I've got to do those parentheses first. It's the P in PEMDAS, and it comes first. So 6 plus 3 is 9. So I have 5 times 9, which is 45. And letter E, it looks tricky, don't be scared, okay? We're gonna do, it's 3/4 squared plus 3/16. Exponents first. And when we do exponents, when we raise a fraction to an exponent or to a power, all we're really doing is this, 3/4 times 3/4. So what is 3 times 3? 9. And 4 times 4 is 16. Plus my 3/16, and because they have the same denominator, I can just add the numerators. 9 plus 3 is 12/16. Now there's something wrong with that though. I have to do what? I have to find a common factor. And the greatest common factor of 12 and 16 is 4. Good, so I'm going to divide by 4. And I'm going to bring it down here. 12 divided by 4 is 3. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. So I get 3/4. Now, if you got 12/16, bravo, you did a great job. Just remember that you always want to reduce if you see that your fraction can be reduced. Okay, let's move on to section 3. Find the areas and circle the formulas. Write the formulas without using the X symbol. Okay, good thing we've been writing those formulas all along, right? We're super prepared for that. Let's look at letter A. I have a circle. Remember, I like to draw my circles here. Ooh, that is a weird looking circle. That is not a circle. Here's my circle. Okay, and I have a radius of 8 inches. So I'm going to label it here, 8 meters. And I know that I'm finding area. So what is the area of a circle? Area equals pi r squared. Let's work it out. Area equals, what's pi? 3.14 times 8 squared. I put 3.4, 3.14. Area, 8 squared is 64, so I have area equals 3.14 times 64. Okay, I'm gonna work this out over here, and you work it out as I work it out. I have allergies really bad, so if you hear me kind of stuffy or sniffly, it's those stinking allergies. But that's okay. It means springtime's here, and I love springtime. And 12, 4, 2, 8, 18. Okay, I got 200.96. Now this is area. Meters squared. Excellent. Like I said, don't be afraid to talk to the screen. It's okay to talk to the screen. Okay. Letter B. I have a triangle for letter B. And my base, I'm just going to draw this triangle over here. And my base is 7 feet, and my height is 4 feet. What is the formula for area of a triangle? Area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 1/2 times 7 times 4. Now we can do this several different ways. We can do 7 times 4 and multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2. We can do 1/2 of 4, which is 2, and times 2 by 7. We could take half of 7, but it's not an even number, so it's not always easy to take half of an odd number. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to take half of 4, which is 2, and I'm going to go over here and put a 2, and now I can multiply 7 times 2. Area equals 14 square feet because it is area. Let's move on. Remember, you can always pause. If I'm going too quickly for you, just use that pause button to your advantage, okay? Oh, this one, I have a rectangle, and my rectangle is 251 inches long and 175 inches wide. What's your formula for the area of a rectangle? Area equals length times width. Area equals 251 times 175. Good. I'm going to multiply over here. You multiply as I multiply. I'm going to talk it out and talk it through it. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 3 is 17. 1, 5, 2, 5, 2, 1, 7, 8, 9, 8, 13, 1. Ooh, this is a big one. Area equals 43,925 square inches. And just like I'm doing, guys, make sure that you are boxing your answers. It makes it a little easier, a little neater for you. If you're working on a lined piece of paper, it's totally okay. Transfer your answers to your paper so that way you know you finished or completed that one. Okay, stop what you're doing, pause, don't stop, but pause, and go ahead and try D, E, and F, and come back and check your answers with me. Okay, so we have for letter D, area equals base times height because it's a parallelogram. Area equals 5 times 7, area equals 35 square feet. Letter E, I have a rectangle, and don't let the fractions scare you. We have a length of 2/3 feet and a width of 3/8 of a foot. When we have rectangle, we have area equals length times width, and then we have area equals 2/3 times 3/8, which is, and I can do all my canceling. If you could see, I did some canceling here, and I get 1/4 of a foot squared, okay? And letter F, area equals 1/2 base times height because it's a triangle. Area equals 1/2 times 10 times 4. Half of 10 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20 square meters. Let's move on to the back of our paper for today. We are going to skip 4, 5, and 6. Now, this is kind of a shorter lesson today, so that's good. Your assignment for today is to do 7A through J. When you go, after you've completed this, you're going to go into Google Classroom and you are going to fill out the assignment for today. For every single question, you will have all of these answer choices for every single question. Each answer choice is going to be used one time. Now remember, you can submit your assignment. If you get them wrong, you could submit it one extra time. So you have 2 times that you can submit this assignment. So tonight your homework is, or excuse me, your assignment, I don't like to say homework, I want to say assignment, is page 248, number 7A through J, which should not take you very long. Do the ones you know first, then come back to the ones that are giving you a little trouble, okay? And 8A and B. Now I want to go over 8, I just stuttered. I want to go over 8A and B with you real quick. Letter 8A says, of the 88 piano keys, 36 are black. What percent of the keys are black? Well, we have a question. What percent, Funky Rabbit Dance Party are black? Funky Rabbit Dance Party, okay? Go ahead and do that for me. But then it says find the answer to the nearest whole percent. Make sure, let's say you get an answer, and this is not your answer by any means, but let's say you get an answer of 76.4%. What would be your whole percent? I said 76, 67.4%. Your whole percent would be 67%. What if you had 80, 8.8%. What would be your whole percent? 89%. Good, because you would round. Excellent. Now, those aren't even your answers, but that's just a little bit of a build up to it. Okay, letter B. Faith Church has 350 members. On Easter Sunday, 80% of the members were present. How many members were there for Easter Sunday? What's my question? How many members were there for Easter Sunday? How many members do they have? 350 members. How many were present? 80%. We are just finding 80% of 350. So that is all that your assignment is for today. So you're doing 7, A through J, and 8, A and B. Do them on the paper, do them on scratch paper. Well, 7, A through J you can definitely do on this sheet. 8A and B you'll probably want to do on scratch piece of paper. Then go into Google Classroom, find the assignment for today, and fill out that assignment for me. It should not take you but 2 extra minutes. That is all. Okay, have a great day, guys. And remember, tomorrow is our mandatory math meeting at 9:30. And I've already put the Google Classroom link in, or the Zoom link into Google Classroom. So all you have to do is follow that, and I will see you tomorrow live at 9:30. Bye, guys.